Hey, welcome everyone. Today in this video we are going to discuss Philip Sidney's important work, The Defense of Poesie. There are frequent quotes that are frequently asked in examination. Today in this video we will discuss about those facts. From Nietzsche's point of view, Philip Sidney's An Apology for Poetry is very important. It is regarded as the first critical work in English literature that is written by Philip Sidney in 1579, and it is published after his death in 1595. The work is the outcome of Stephen Gosson's attack on poetry in his book The School of Abuse. Philip Sidney defends poetry in this masterpiece. Before going to the elaborate description of the text, let's talk about Sir Philip Sidney. Sir Philip Sidney was born in England in 1554 and died in 1586 in a battle at Cheltenham, and he is regarded as one of the pillars of English poetry in Elizabethan era. As I mentioned earlier, that Philip Sidney's The Defense of Poesie is an outcome of Stephen Gosson's attack on poetry, and Stephen Gosson's charges against poetry are: 1. Poetry is the waste of time. 2. Poetry is mother of lies. 3. It is the nurse of abuse. And last, Plato had rightly banished the poets from his ideal world. Philip Sidney in this work not only defends poetry against the charges of Stephen Gosson, but discuss more facts about poetry. The quotes that are frequently asked in the examination are: poetry is long lasting, begins fast and lasts long. 2. Poetry is an art of imitation. 3. Poetry is speaking picture, and its end is to teach and delight. The 4th one is that the epic is the best and most accomplished kind of poetry. Poetry softens the hard heart of Turks and Tartars and sharpens the wit of Red Indians. Music, I say, the most divine striker of the senses. It is Sidney who uses the Roman term poets for poets, meaning prophet or diviner. He also uses the Greek word poen for poets, that means to make. It is Sir Philip Sidney who describes the poetry into 3 different categories, and these are religious poetry, philosophical poetry, and poetry as an imaginative treatment of art and nature. He draws special kind of attention to the 3rd level, that is poetry as an imaginative treatment of art and nature. Furthermore, he divides the 3rd one as heroic poetry, lyrical poetry, tragic poetry, comic poetry, satirical poetry, iambic poetry, elegiac poetry, pastoral poetry, and others. Philip Sidney regards the poet superior than philosophers. He also said that a poet can immortalize people in his verses. The only tragedy that he praised is the Gorboduc. Sir Philip Sidney introduced sonnet sequence in English literature, and the first ever sonnet sequence in English is Astrophil and Stella. It contains 108 sonnets and 11 songs. It is dedicated to his beloved Penelope Divarix. His another important work is Arcadia. Samuel Richardson had adopted the name of his famous novel Pamela from here. So viewers, if you find this video informative, do subscribe and hit the bell icon, and also share this video with your friends. Share the knowledge. Sharing is caring. And yes, till then, tada. See you in our next video. Thank you for watching.